This is day 1084 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Today we are doing, we are there, Simon Tzadiches, Yud Gimel 2 Chaf Aleph. Yud Gimel, Shana Chachamim, Per Gimel Chala. Hosa, we learned in third Perek Chala. Hosa Isa Min Achitim Aros, somebody makes a dough from wheat and from rice. Im Yesh Botam Doga, and it has a taste of grain. Chai B'Chala, you have to take up Chala. V'odam Yotze B'dei Chabasot Pesach. Person fulfills the obligation on Pesach. Feeling the Orez Rov. Even if the rice is the majority, Achitim miut, and the wheat is the minority. Binaman this relate Tom Kicker the rice. So according to Bina holds that Tom Kicker is the rice. Chayv and Kol Kazayis Shabo, and you Chayv and every Kazayis. Okay, I'd say shop here. Understandable. Aman this relate Tom Kicker the Rabbanon. But according to Bina holds Tom Kicker the Rabbanon, how can you possibly get to the mitzvah to rice with when the minority is wheat? It's only time. It's not Nikar. So Tzarech L'Madach Lav Tamu Ela Mamasho. So of course you have to say it's not considered time. It's considered mamashos. And then we say anytime the Isser is not recognizable on its own, it's called Tam Overlo Mamosho. And here's what you made the dough, they become intermingled together. You can't distinguish the wheat by itself. Even though there's more dough because you have the wheat flour here. Well, by fat, which is forbidden fat, which got absorbed into heter. Kanke looked at these rabbi, they said this also increases the amount of gravy. Never it's called tam narikar. So why is this different? It's not comparable. There, the substance of the oil which did exist, is dissolved and negated. But here, the wheat doesn't dissolve. It's like the components are as they were originally. But the shape has changed somewhat. The kemach initially was flour, now it's a dough. But its substance has not changed from that which it initially was. So it's taste and substance. And that yotze with the kazayis from this dough, certainly true. There came in that time these particulars since the taste has extended throughout the entire dough. The raisa, and according to Pino, the tam kika is the raisa. The matzah have a tam ikar because in terms of matzah, the tam is primary. Even every kazayis possible from this dough. After the Malkus Lolaka and Yochel Kazais and Gufa Isser. It doesn't work in the other direction. You won't get Malkus unless you had an actual Kazais from Isser in a scenario where Isser was mixed into Eter. So it's just Kosev. That's just Kosev, but only by the law, not by saying that is a big finish. I don't remember this when I learned your day. It came when the Kanye Shtabom. So since there is time, maybe the Parshim don't, maybe the don't bring this down here. Mela came in the Kanye Tama Moshe, so here since there's Tam and taste and substance, the Bechok is ice, it's the Chabaso. With every Kazais, you feel the obligation. Afman los for the Tanki the rice, even you don't know Tanki is the rice. Came Sheshkan Tamo, Mama Show. Since there's taste and substance, well, Dami Malkus, it's not comparable to the when you are Chai Malkus. Says the brackets, can you only use Daiti? We don't need this. Maybe Amalokas to that. Usham brings Machlokes. The Shingam Omer Sham, he says the Olam Ein Acheres Chalot She Rov Dogon. It's not Chaim Chalot unless the majority is wheat. Mel Gamil Yotze the Chabasa Pesa Kankin and El Rov Dogon. So according to Shingam Leo, you need a majority of grain in order to be Yotze to be Chaim Chalot, and also therefore for Pesach. These are Sham Shingam Leo. The Rishami says, "Oh, it's like Shingam Leo." Right, that's why Shemesh Kenu. Seems that perhaps Rashi holds this way as well. The Kenya Das arrive at Bergvam comments a matzah and Sham. Says that's opinion arrive it. Now I feel the Rambam Sham Pasuk the Stam Mishaminka, the Rambam who does paskin, like the Stam in the Mishnah that you don't need rove of grain. There's another reason why you could put paskin this way. Shachitim gorim as ores. The wheat somehow drags along the rice. And they the impact on the rice. So to the point that it's as if they are rice becomes wheat. It was a fascinating idea. The rice, even though the majority is wheat, but I guess rice is kind of like a neutral, and therefore, if there's something which impacts on it and gives it a taste, so therefore the rice becomes like the wheat itself. Very big chiddush. So it's unique and does not apply to any other halacha. He says in the brackets, this is explicit in the Yerushalmi, so why don't they write it? Ayin Sham Beduk. Tesvav. They decided the primary perspective is that Tamki Gravi Doraisa. Min Misheno Mino. If it's Mino Sheno Mino, then Tamki is the Raisa. If it's Oshishim Yatar 60 Mid or Raisa. Min Bamino Batu Tabra, but Min Bamino, there's no taste involved, since both Issa and Het taste the same. So it's Bata Barov, a simple rov. But Rabbanan required 60. If the two types, the same type of Isser got mixed into Heter, Ishbach, it's been spilled, in a way we can't ascertain what the majority was. You know the Sharuba Heter, if we knew the most is Heter Mutter, it's okay. Know the Sharuba, if we know the Sharuba Heter, but if we don't know the majority was Heter, also. These are B'Shein Amino, but if it got Isser got mixed up in a species which it's not its type, and it was spilled in a way that we can't reckon it. If you know the Sharuba Heter, even but most of it's Heter also. Because of time, you have to know the 60 corresponding to the prohibited substance. So Sfecha the rice of Ochim Balachmir. And since you don't know, we have to be Macher because it's Sfecha in the rice. Those who say that the Zeshni's bar, the Gazais Spas looking on Gazais Bichtech Spas, you get Malchus. Zel Betama Mamasha, that's when you have taste and substance. About Masha, by the time we have substance without taste, such as the Isser does not give a taste into the Heter, and like it, you don't get Malchus, the Batarov, it's like a simple, it's like Mimir, where a simple majority suffices. But I saw no sense, there's logic to this. The Ikar Chumra, the Mim Shein Amino, the main Chumra by Mim Shein Amino, who be named as time, because it gives a taste. Can't kosher nosin tam, so therefore it's bland, it doesn't give a taste. How can Mim Amino? It should revert the stats of Mim Amino. V'chem Bor Lashon Rambam Shebeinu. Shkasav Shrei Tamo Mamashal Kayim. In this case, that time and time, it's the time which is necessary, not just the mamoshes. V'cheinu l'asher shas. That's what the Gemara's language. Mela, masha she'ena chiyuv rak b'tam mamoshes. So the chiyuv is only when there's taste and substance. Shem she'tam b'lam mamosho and b'chiyuv, just like taste without substance, there's no obligation, no chiyuv. K'mo chiyuv mamosho v'lo b'tam. So too, when you have substance without taste, also doesn't work. Sounds in the tour that you don't need to have taste, or you have to have is substance. The record got to be chametz. That was by chametz. Chametz were machmir. Lo gai b'shar not necessarily any other prohibition. Or perhaps even there, he doesn't mean literally. When there's no time. It's rare that you have something which is and doesn't give a taste. So not clear what the actual halacha should be. Yuzayin, b'dad machlekes and Rambam Rosh v'Atur shekasam si beis machlekes we had yesterday, where kazayis te'achilas pras you're chayiv on each and every kazayis, or only if you eat a pras which has a kazayis in total. V'urvi Yerushalmi the peg was the necessary peg based or Rambam that you only chayiv if you eat the whole te'achilas pras. Adach is awesome. There it says, Rabbi Zero Kol knows anything which gives taste. Ain't looking at achitom tam amashal shel iser. You don't get malchus until you taste the substance of the prohibited substance. The nazir, by nazir, I feel the tam amashal shel iser. Nazir is unique. There's even because mishras. So even if you don't taste the mamashus of the Isser, the subs of the Isser. Amray Baba Memo Kol Nos Time. Anything which is a taste, any Isser Bet the Mitzvah Isser and Heter don't or not Mitzvah to make a bashir. But Nazir Isser Bet the Mitzvah except for Nazir, Isser and Heter do join together. Masisa Messiah Day Mechule Masisa. There's a brisa which goes like evidently each one of them. Masisa Messiah Rabbi Zira. Kazais yain shenofel gdera. If you have a kazais and wine fell into a pot. Welcome to kazais. If the kazais is potter, achil kula. You're potter until you eat the whole thing. You see quite clearly that you need to eat the actual entire kazais. Dati the Rabbi Babar Memel became a shalom in a kazais yachayev. Going to Rabbi Babar Memel, yachayev even if it's just a kazais from the mixture. So it's the same as Rambam and other places. I can show you. If the rak mishum het the hedya, the rak mishum the heter. Oh, but that's only, sorry, that is kazais yain. He's only that's by nausea. Only by nausea. I realize the rak mishum heter mitzvah for isur chayav al kazais mena. Only because it's by nausea heter is mitzvah for isur. Do you chayav on a kazais of it? Mishum tank ikar and chayav al shol kazais mitzvah. But the issue with tank ikar, then you have to eat a kazais of the actual isur. We don't say that in Nepakula Isra. We don't say that was mutter turns into Asr. Bezel beikar ben nazir. That's only by time beikar by nazir. Now do I think because I say chiyas pas choli surim. So I'm not sure what he means by that. I mean, you need to eat the whole pras. The Maishna. I guess he's going on Rabbi Zira, right? Rabbi Zira is saying even by nazir, you have to eat the full amount. So if that's the case, but you by nazir, so it's certainly true about other isurim. My stove won't be different. So the Rush Kasav Kena Atam Kikayin Sham, and the Rush writes that explicitly. And the brackets here say Bechenkos Abrashi, so Mem Dalim Av, Masom Shanishim Acha Prasi Men Shir Arba Beitzim, then you're chayiv. So like the Rambam, Kal Shonai and Sham. Yuches, B'zes Shiru Chacham and Bitul Yisurim B'Shishim. That Yisurim negated by 60, ain't unfortunate, but it's not explicit in Torah. Elish Kach Shiru Chazal, that's what Chazal reckoned. That feel Issachar, even a sharp prohibited substance, come a bottle, it's known like onions and radishes. The Kachu no Saint Tambo is that gives taste up to 60 and not more. So even though there's certainly substances which stop giving taste in a lower proportion, didn't join distinctions. Because they just said a blanket statement. All prohibited substances is 60. Most of the smach min mikra. We brought from them evidence from a pasuk. Mizra b'shela, from the cooked arm of the ram brought by a nazir, which is cooked together. That arm goes to the Kohanim. It's cooked with the part which goes with the Israelim. The Mram El Nazir, I think El Nazir, she's not going about Yisrael, which given going forbidden to Yisrael. Because they nevertheless a Bashi Mosalim Shar Ayo. They cook there with the rest of the ram. Shumuto Yisrael. I'm not concerned that the ram is going to get a taste of the arm. The Shiaru, when they reckon Shehazroat, that the arm will echo Meshishim in Ayel, it's 1/60th of the ram. Shine about the Meshishim. So it seems the 60 is the ratio. It's a drush gemara. This is not an absolute drush. It's because anyways, it's bamino, so simple majority suffices. But if you're alone enomino, we're learning from there to enomino. It's just a mnemonic device. He says in the brackets, the thesis in the rush cost became a chain cause of korishon. You test. The das Rashi. According to Rashi, yeshin no same time because the stuff which gives taste, even the portion is more than 60. A shot time closer, but it's a weak taste. After you eat time, even if it does give a taste. That's why We're not concerned with it unless we know about it, not in a generic case. If you haven't tasted it, it has taste, even though there's 60. It's awesome. If it's less than 60, animal timber can't even taste it. I was saying about the taste of the Rishon Chokim was that. Taste and all the Rishon argue. Sfilu, they hold the Yosef Mishishim, and get a time cloud. Nothing which is a proportion of 60 to 1 gives it time at all. Pencil timber doesn't have to be tasted. But on the contrary, Pachs Mishishim should tell me Bambo time Isser. We'll go cooler the other direction. If it's less than 60 and you taste it, there's no time Isser. Mutter, it's permitted. It seems to be a subject of universal agreement. Tur writes, which rely on the Kfeil Arama, on the non-Jew who's tasting. It's only when they're 60. In other words, the Kfeil we need besides the Shishim. Kfeil below Shishim or Shishim below Kfeil low, but the tasting of the non-Jewish chef without 60 or 60 without the non-Jewish chef doesn't work. Finally, that's if there's a chef around. But where there's a taste of the chef is not relevant. Or even it's and there is no chef nearby. We don't have to seek him. The East Shishim, Shar, as long as there's 60, it's okay. Ramban distinguishes, hey Chashem Akirina Isser, where you can identify this, only it's brine or its taste got mixed up with the rest of the mixture. Since according to strict letter of law, we should not. There is no substance. We should take into account the tam. Elishena Yudim Kamu, just don't know how much the tam is. But some chinak failure on this rely on the chef. Even though there isn't 60. Is decided about when the substance of this got intermingled. So we need 60 negated. We don't like Kfela who comes along and tells us what that's less than 60 and still doesn't have a taste. But the 60 it's okay. You don't have to pursue a Kfela. The repiresh, the Bechol he says, like Raj said before, no matter what, we rely on the chef. I feel but Mishishim less than 60. But Shishim ain't talking about a just about 60. You don't need a Kfela. I feel him is in front of us. We don't have to ask him. Says Kim Adoni Avi Rosh is out at Kan Lashona. And Rosh agrees with this point. It's all the Torah speaking here, I guess. Yeah, this is all from the Torah. Yeah, the whole paragraphs from the Torah. According to Rashi, the chef is a chumrah when you have 60. Low shishim, low mahanik fail. There's no 60, the chef doesn't do any good. Rak beleka fails, there's no chef around. So mchina shishim line 60. The whole echlishitoso, he's going to according to his line of reason. Shishim also nosin tam koshu. Even more than 60, it's also because of taste. Okay, but tam gomer. So if it's absolute taste shuat shishim, which is up to 60, los chinak fail, we don't rely on the chef. That's Riva Rosh Yosef Shishim ain't Kantam Klav. It's 160. There's no taste at all. Not a weakened taste. No taste. I feel but even we sense some taste. Hutam Kalush also it's a weakened taste and doesn't forbid. Therefore, you can't say according to this opinion that Chazal required a kfel even though there is 60. Because if there's more than 60, even if he says there's no taste, and also doesn't answer. Even if he says, even if the Kfela says there is a time, it doesn't answer because it's more than 60. Of course, it says it's a Kfela who the Kula. So therefore, the Kfela is only necessarily the Kula, but like a Shishim, when there's a 60, can you taste it and still be moderate. So the kind of time, no see time, I feel Pachas Mishishim, which was time, because some things don't give a taste at all, even less than 60. Like a Kfela, there's no Kfela, certainly Shishim needs 60 regardless. Lav also not it's forbidden. Ramban Sahukamachriya. The Ramban is a middle shita. Takes part of each shita. Srila holds a Karashi. If it's less than 60, don't rely on Kvela. Sheshishim tam make Kvela Mashish tam. But if there is 60, and nevertheless the Kvela tastes it, and there is time, it's also. Elish ain't saying like Zorak HaKvela, you don't have to pursue a Kvela. Mishum the Al Pi Rov, like a time is Mishishim. Because normally, most cases, there's no taste above 60. But time below Gufa Isser, some kind of Kvela. But it's only when you have time without the substance of the Isser, then you rely on the Kvela. That's my place. We have even not same shouldn't sell out of chumra ba'ama. It's just a chumra like shishim can't call give a yister where you see where it doesn't give a taste. Can't say akfel b'chol inyan. That's what we learn akfel if he's available. Miu mashma midvarav seems what he's saying. I feel b'yosim shishim even 160 tam akfel ba'ama shish potam. He tastes and sees it says it does have taste. Also feel she nita gufa iser. So also even if the actual iser is moved, lo nisharbo to aktamo, and all there is left is taste. And tomorrow